6:43 this morning. We know that new DNA technology and good police work has helped to solve unsolved cases across the country. And just weeks ago, we told you police in Charlotte had charged a man for the 1984 killing of a mother and her son.
Yeah, that's right. But CMPD tells us it still has more than 600 open cold case investigations. These are not just numbers. They are people like Jerron McGill. McGill was shot and killed in August of 2009. He was just 19 years old. No one has ever been charged in connection to his killing. His family recently honored his birthday with a somber tradition, returning to the site where he was shot to plead for justice.
For Jerron McGill's family, it has been a long 13 years. 13 years to think, 13 years to grieve, 13 years to hope. James and Jackie McGill are visiting the site where their son lost his life those 13 years ago, the intersection of Colby Place and Milton Road in East Charlotte. We've interviewed them in the same spot several times since Jerron was killed. Did you ever think that so many years later this case would still be unsolved?
No.
Police have said 19-year-old Jerron McGill was shot while walking home from his girlfriend's house. They think the gunfire came from two people in a car. Neighbors called 911. McGill was taken to the hospital but died. How awful was that day for you guys?
It's an awful day. Worst day of my life, to be honest with you.
But in the midst of devastation and sadness came a glimmer of hope. A few months after his death, Jerron's girlfriend gave birth to his son, Jerron II. The child, now 13 years old, growing up without ever knowing his father. When you look at your grandson now, do you see your son and your grandson?
I see an exact image of my son, everything. He is exactly like him.
While James McGill watches his grandson grow up, he wants to continue honoring his firstborn, pushing for justice in his son's killing. Just over 3 years ago, police told me they were still asking the community for help cracking the case.
It's solvable, but it takes the community to get involved. It takes people to come forward.
Now, a few years later, help is still needed. You guys still have some hope that you never know, you might get that call one day?
Always have hope. We always have hope. Thank God for hope.
Again, it has been 13 years since Jerron McGill was killed. If you know anything about his death, perhaps you've heard people in the community talk, maybe mention names, please call Crime Stoppers. The family has contributed $5,000 of their own money for information leading to an arrest in the case. The number to dial is 704-334-1600. That's the Crime Stoppers number. You do not have to give your name when you call in.